everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and welcome back from kind of a long break, or maybe it's been a few weeks, but I am back with these Spellbinders September monthly club kits, and it's all autumn themed, which I love. And I have 4 cards. I'm not going to go through the process of each card, but I'm going to show you quite a bit of the Scarecrow card. So this is the Autumn Scarecrow. This is the small die of the month. And you have all the pieces to make the Scarecrow. There's a directional sign, there's pumpkins, and the most adorable clothing, starting with these overalls. Now, I went diving in my stash and found these textile surfaces from Tim Holtz. I don't know why I had these in my stash. They've probably been in here for like 5 years, maybe since I was doing art journaling, maybe. We're going to use this little jean looking, denim looking material, and I cut out the overalls. Now, these textiles, there's like an adhesive backing. So there's this little backing and it's kind of sticky. And the other 2 textiles that were in that pack were kind of linen textured or canvas, kind of like a potato sack. All right, this is the Doodlebug pumpkin spice pack, and I love this pack so much that this was actually my second pack. That's why I had to open it. And I'm going to use this little plaid for the shirt. Now, I didn't flip through this pack because honestly, I didn't think it was still available, but it is, and I'll have a link below. But it is the most adorable autumn themed paper pack. And look how cute that is with the plaid shirt and the denim overalls. Now, I have cut out all the rest of my pieces for the Scarecrow, and again, with the hat, I used one of those textile surfaces that I showed you at the beginning. Now, for the post and the directional sign, I wanted to use some wood grain paper, so I pulled out my Craft Consortium Wood Textures paper pack. I use this a lot. Look at all those fun textures. So I picked out kind of a dark wood grain pattern, and I'm going to cut out the directional signs and the post. Now, for the directional signs, the words are kind of engraved or debossed, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely easier to read on solid color cardstock. Now, Spellbinders has a lot of dies like this, and I like to have the color underneath showing through, so it's a little easier to read. So first, I run it through my die cutting machine several times just to make it easier to pop out those letters, and then I take my craft pick and pop out the rest. And here you can see it's a little bit easier to read than it was before. And I'm going to go ahead and glue it on the white solid sign. And there's what the directional sign is going to look like. Hello, pumpkin. All right, more paper. This is the Paper Rose Mountain Trek 2.0 pack. I think I've used this. I know I've used this in previous videos. Just really beautiful paper. And I ran across this paper with all these birds, and it reminded me of the crow that is in this die set. So I thought, wouldn't it be funny to have all these crows flying around in the background? All right, there's going to be a lot of shading of these die cuts, and I'm going to talk through why I use these cheap little ink daubers. Now, here's one of my regular blending brushes, and it's very soft. If I tried to just ink blend the edges of this hair, the soft brush would just kind of mush over it, and it would get ink where I don't want it. These daubers are very rough. They're not going to squish over and get ink where I don't want them. So they're great for inking up the very edges of a die. And I have had them forever. I honestly use these more now than I have in the past 5 years. I think I bought them when I first started art journaling back in 2018. And by the way, look how cute these overalls are with that little pocket. Anyway, I've had these ink daubers forever. I don't use them for blending. I don't use them for anything other than this. But, you know, sometimes cheap little things can be handy. And again, I find myself using these more and more lately. All right, for the little cheeks, I am just going to add a little bit of pink. I don't want really super pink cheeks for this guy. And for the face, I use kind of an off-white piece of paper, and I am coming in with some brown ink right now just to kind of make him look dirty because he's, you know, it's a scarecrow. He's in the field. He's going to be a little dirty. So with most Spellbinders dies that have a face, I put tape on the back of the face, and then I can pop in the facial features like the eyes and the nose, and it will stick to the tape. Now, remember these jeans or this denim material had a sticky back. Well, I took the release paper off, and I'm now gluing it to a piece of paper. Because I don't know how good this adhesive is on these textile surfaces. They've been in my stash forever. So I'm just gluing them onto a paper surface just to give myself peace of mind. Now I am taking some Stormy Sky Distressed ink and coloring this paper a little bit. Remember I said that the face of this scarecrow is off-white. I just didn't love it with the white background with the birds, so that's why I colored it blue. And let's talk about these other die cuts. There's leaves and pumpkins. That's from the small die kit, those dies over to the right. Now these little pumpkins, that's from the large die kit, as well as these hill dies. There's several dies that create little hill shapes. And so that's what I did for the bottom. And here's just more ink blending for these pumpkins. Some of the yellow pumpkins, I'll add a little bit of green, and then for these leaves I'm going to add a little brown, and then for the dirt or the field I am adding some brown. Now these clouds that I've added, those are also from the large die kit, and I just added a little bit of blue shading on the bottom of the clouds, and here we are. Here is the final card, and I added that little crow. And I just think this is so cute. And, you know, the whole idea is that this little guy is so cute that he cannot scare away any crows. And so that's why all the crows are flocking to his field. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, let's talk about this card. This uses the large die of the month kit, and it's definitely a lot more clean and simple than the first one. So here are the dies for that large kit, which is called Picture Perfect Autumn. We have a barn, fence, again, those hill dies, those little pumpkins, there's a sunflower, and again, that cloud die, and then there's a tree. And here's just some pieces for the tree that I had cut, which I didn't end up using. Now, unfortunately, I did not film this card, but I'm going to talk you through some of what I did, especially the shading, the ink blending of the sky. Now for the roof, I have this random piece of scrapbook paper in my stash, just some wood grain, and that's what I use to cut the roof. And for the sky, I'm going to show you, this was actually my little test piece. So I just took a piece of masking tape and made a vertical horizon line and then blended my sky. And then I placed, this is just a scrap piece of barn. I placed my barn there and then figured out where I wanted the fence dies. And then this is masking paper. And I just kind of traced the bottom of the fence dies to figure out the shape that I needed that masking paper to be. And then I put back the tape for the horizontal horizon, and then I just blended the grass. So that's that's how I blended the grass to get that shape formed to those fence dies. And again, I didn't film the card, so here it is. Now those birds come from a different set. I'm going to put the name up here. I know it was the set with the lighthouse. And I love this card. I love how clean and simple it is. All right, so let's jump into this cute little set. This is called Happy Halloween, and this is the bonus die that you get with the Deluxe Caboodle Value Kit. Now I'm going to show you some more papers. These are Memory Box Plaid papers. This first pack is the Anemone Plaid pack. And in all of their packs, one side has foil accents and the other side does not, which I love. I love options. And the second pack is the new Yuletide pack. This just came out recently. And I love these red plaids. But obviously this is very holiday inspired. Now here is the card I made with this adorable little set. And the set is basically this frog with the hat. And I added the pumpkins from the large die kit. And the bats come from the small die kit. And here is another card that I made with that plaid paper. Because I had to make another card with this adorable scarecrow, and I wanted to make a clean and simple one with the scarecrow. So these are just super cute. And that sentiment, the too cute to spook, that's from an older stamp set from Spellbinders. Actually older. I mean, maybe it came out last year or the year before. But I just thought it was really cute because, again, this scarecrow is too cute, right? He's not going to scare anybody. All right, that is it for me today. Again, I appreciate you being here, especially if you're back with me after has it been 2 weeks? My 2-week break. I know my videos have not been coming out on a regular basis lately. That will probably, unfortunately, continue, but I will do my best because you know I love making cards and I love sharing. So I, again, really appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time, hopefully soon. Take care. Bye-bye.